I don't know why it's so hard to let go of something that ended years ago. People always say time heals everything, but sometimes I feel like time only makes the memories sharper, as if polishing them instead of erasing them. I am 24 now, a college graduate, living in a city far away from the small town where I grew up. I should have moved on. I should have filled my heart with new faces, new laughter, new moments. Yet whenever I close my eyes, it's still him I see, my high school love. We met in the simplest, most ordinary way. Sophomore year, the second week of September. He was late to English class. The teacher asked him to sit in the empty seat next to me, and that's how it all began. Nothing dramatic, no sparks flying immediately, just a quiet boy sliding into the chair beside mine, his notebook half crumpled, his hair a little messy, his smile shy. And yet, from that moment on, my life began to feel different. He wasn't the kind of boy everyone noticed, not the star athlete, not the class clown, not even the straight A student. But he had this calmness about him, a quiet warmth that drew me in. While others were busy being loud and flashy, he sat in the background, doodling in his notebooks or staring out the window as if the sky had secrets only he could understand. I wanted to know what he was thinking. I wanted to be the reason he smiled. It started with small things, lending each other pens, whispering answers during pop quizzes, laughing quietly when the teacher mispronounced a word. Then it grew, walking together after class, sharing secrets no one else knew, talking late at night under the blanket glow of my phone. By winter, I couldn't imagine a single day without him, and by spring, I realized I had fallen in love, my first love, pure, raw, terrifying, beautiful. We never made some official declaration, not at first. It wasn't, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" under the bleachers, or a kiss in the middle of the hallway. It was subtler than that. The way his hand brushed against mine and didn't move away. The way he called me by a nickname only he used. The way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't paying attention. Eventually, one evening after a school dance, he kissed me. It was clumsy, innocent, and yet it felt like the entire universe had shifted. I thought, this is it. This is what love is supposed to feel like. We made memories that still live inside me, like photographs I can't burn. Walking home in the rain, sharing one umbrella that wasn't big enough, ending up soaked but laughing the whole way. Staying up too late on the phone, whispering so our parents wouldn't hear, telling each other dreams and fears we never shared with anyone else. That time, he taught me to ride his old bike, his hands steady on my shoulders, his voice calm as I wobbled down the empty street. Passing notes in class, tiny folded papers with doodles and inside jokes that made the long hours bearable. Those moments didn't feel small back then. They felt like the foundation of forever. High school love is strange. Everything feels eternal when you're inside it. Every text message feels like a vow, every shared glance like a promise that nothing will ever change. We made plans about the future, how we'd go to the same college, how we'd travel the world, how we'd get out of our small town together. I held on to those dreams so tightly that I didn't notice how fragile they were. By senior year, reality crept in. College applications, family expectations, the weight of growing up. He got accepted to a university across the country. I stayed closer to home. We promised we'd make it work. We swore distance wouldn't matter. But promises made at 17 are not the same as promises kept at 20. At first, we tried. Long phone calls, letters, care packages with little drawings and silly notes. But slowly things began to fade. His texts got shorter. His voice sounded more distracted when we talked. I told myself it was stress, classes, the newness of college life. But deep down, I felt it. The distance wasn't just miles anymore. It was something larger, heavier, impossible to close. The night we broke up is etched into me like a scar. I was sitting on my bed, the glow of my laptop screen painting the room in pale blue. He called, and I knew from the second I heard his voice that something was wrong. He didn't sound like him anymore. He sounded tired, far away. "I think we should stop," he said softly. I remember going still, my heart thudding so loudly I thought he might hear it through the phone. "Stop what?" I asked, though I already knew. "Us," he whispered. "I don't want to hurt you. I don't think this is working anymore." I wanted to scream, to beg him to change his mind. I wanted to remind him of all the promises we'd made, all the nights we swore we'd never let go, but the words wouldn't come. Instead, I sat in silence, listening to the boy I loved say goodbye. When the call ended, I buried my face in my pillow and cried until my chest hurt. There was no dramatic fight, no betrayal, just a quiet ending to something that once felt like the center of my universe. And yet, years have passed, and I still think of him. Not every day, but often enough that I wonder what's wrong with me. I've dated other people, I've tried to let someone else in, but no one has ever made me feel the way he did. No one else has been able to turn an ordinary Tuesday afternoon into something magical just by sitting next to me. Sometimes I dream about him. In those dreams, we're still in high school, still walking down the familiar hallways, still laughing at jokes no one else would understand. Sometimes he's wearing that old hoodie he always wore, the one that smelled faintly of laundry detergent and the faintest hint of cologne. I wake up from those dreams with tears in my eyes because for a moment it feels like I had him back. Other times, I wonder what he's doing now. Is he happy? Does he ever think of me? Does he remember that first kiss, that snowy night in December when we stood shivering outside, holding each other like we were afraid the world would end if we let go? Or has he moved on completely, my memory just another chapter in the book of his life that he never bothers to reread? I've seen his name pop up online sometimes, mutual friends sharing photos, updates I stumble across accidentally, a birthday party, a graduation, a new city. His smile looks the same, maybe a little older, maybe a little stronger. He looks happy, and when I see that, my heart aches with a mix of longing and relief. Because as much as it hurts that he's no longer mine, I want him to be okay. I want him to live a life full of the joy we once shared. I tell myself I should forget him. I tell myself it's foolish to cling to something that ended so long ago. But the truth is, forgetting him feels like forgetting a part of myself. Because he wasn't just my first love. He was the person who taught me what it meant to love at all. And maybe that's why I can't let go, because in some way, he will always be a part of me. Sometimes, when I walk home late in the evening, I see a couple laughing together on the sidewalk, holding hands like the world belongs only to them. It takes me back to us, two teenagers who thought love was unbreakable, who thought the future could ever separate them. I smile, but there's a sadness in it too, because I know how fragile it all is. I'm learning, slowly, that maybe forgetting isn't the goal. Maybe the point isn't to erase him from my heart, but to accept that he'll always live there, quietly, like a faded photograph tucked in the back of a drawer. I may never stop missing him, but I can carry that memory without letting it weigh me down. Still, on quiet nights, when the city falls asleep and I'm left alone with my thoughts, I find myself whispering into the dark, I still can't forget you,